to Co-Founder Diaries. I'm Laquanda.
And I'm Tiera.
And we're your
entrepreneur besties.
Besties, this is going to be such a great episode because we get to talk off camera. It's us.
Yeah, we're one and the same.
Yeah.
Sure.
Same mission. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, first off, thank you guys for having me. And it was a fantastic conversation off camera. I'm sure this is going to be an awesome opportunity for your besties, our besties, to get some value and insight from this conversation. So thank you again.
My name is Chonsten Jennings. I created a platform called the Illuminated Panel, similar to your best friends here. Their mission is to connect the aspiring entrepreneur to the inspiring entrepreneur story. And that's where we find the synergy and alignment. Through that, I started doing workshops, teaching people how to use life in business.
And how to integrate the two to make sure that there's no such thing as work-life balance. We spend more time in life rather than business. And there's a such thing as integration. I help people rediscover purpose through the Purpose Engine, which is a coaching agency that I created. And we help coaches have a platform to do what they do best, which is empower and impact lives. I had the opportunity to travel around the country to speak on the faceted levels from business consulting, development, all the way down to purpose-driven lives. So that's a little bit about me.
Let's see. We have a multifaceted bestie over here, okay? Like, he's doing all of the things. Like, we kind of pride ourselves in doing all the things, but this one, make sure y'all guys get tapped in. Of course, we'll share all of that later, but we're just going to get into the story. So, like, how did you actually get into coaching, business consulting? How did you start your entrepreneur journey?
Yeah, that's a long-winded answer. You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, before you get started, we love this this is what we pride our podcast on. You talking about your entrepreneurship journey because we realize it's the same but different, right? And we all can relate or like learn from, or you can inspire somebody going through it. So don't hold back.
All right.
Promise you, we don't care.
Okay. So, long story short, when I was right out of high school, I was a basketball coach. So I was coaching at the collegiate level.
Okay.
Also all the way down to kindergarten. And then I had the opportunity to work with NBA guys as well.
Okay.
So I was like all over the place, going back to the multifaceted.
That's it. Oof.
So because I had the passion to do basketball, I thought that was my thing. Because I played basketball all the way down from middle school all the way to high school. Had an opportunity to play college basketball.
Nice.
Broke my foot. That redirected my journey.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Okay.
17. So just about to graduate. So funny story, right out of high school, I got two jobs. One is Journey's shoe store.
Yes.
And then the other was like True Religion.
Okay.
Right? And they both let me go within the same week. That was a sign. Best.
Okay.
That's
I don't know. I was doing my part, showing up. I didn't want to be there, but I was showing up, So through that, I realized that for me at least, working for someone was not the thing. For somebody to have the autonomy to say, "Hey, I don't need you anymore,"
You're done.
It set some fire in me, right? So while I was doing the basketball training, traveling around the country to work with everybody that I was working with, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Right. I had a clothing brand similar to you guys. Mm-hmm. I just told you guys a story. Yeah. There was a time where I was doing well. And I tried to take it up a notch for manufacturing.
Wait, but how old were you when you launched your
This was 19.
Okay.
2019, okay.
Yep.
No, he was 19.
I was 19.
19.
So
okay.
17 is when I started basketball.
Okay.
And then while I was doing basketball, I tried to do some like extracurricular stuff.
Yeah.
I always got the compliment, "Hey, you know how to dress."
You look good. Yeah.
So I had like two clothing brands. One was Cross Grain.
Okay.
Just being different was my ideology. Yes. And then the second was Moving Silence for Your Glory.
Okay.
So we had like t-shirts, the hoodies, and then I tried to progress into shorts, and then from there try to do like custom tees and all the stuff.
Yeah.
So when I got to the custom tee part, they told me to put in measurements. So I was doing my research, thinking I was doing something. As soon as I got that shipment, after 4 weeks, I spent like $2,500 on clothes, waiting on that. All of the clothes were like not the right size. So the extra larges was like a extra small.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
So before we move move on, is it somebody in your family or close to you who was an entrepreneur?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, when I was little, when I was like maybe 4, my pops had like some entrepreneurial journeys. Like he had I think a clothing store,
Okay.
but I wasn't around it enough to understand it.
Gotcha.
I always was a black sheep in a sense.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I knew I was a little bit different.
Same.
And I didn't realize what that was, but I kept going with the flow, kind of staying to myself to kind of be an observer. I'm sure that we'll talk about that later. But being an observer helped me understand people on a different level.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a coach now. But after the clothing style said that's not it, then I stopped doing the basketball thing shortly after. I felt lost. I felt confused. I felt anxious. I felt depressed. I felt like I was less than, especially as a man. You guys had Mo on here the other day.
Yes.
He talks about emotional intelligence and
Oh
stuff
my
like
gosh. Such a good one.
that. And I felt like I wasn't enough. And what I had to do was be stripped by everything. I believe in God. I don't know what you guys believe in. Jesus Christ is
Absolutely.
my savior. And I believe he put me through this season to, one, rely on him solely. Because when I was in the basketball world, I was like
Yeah, you thought you was the
I
man.
was the man.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I'm working with NBA guys. You can't tell me nothing. We're young
Yeah,
as
you
high
got
school.
connections.
That's it, right? But it wasn't enough for me because I talk about fulfillment, and I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But I wasn't fulfilled in that space. I liked it. I didn't love it. There's a big
There's a
difference.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
difference.
But when did you discover that?
I'll tell you. You got good questions, right?
She's on
She
it.
on it. Like, dang, let me finish the story. No, just playing. So when I discovered it, it was when
You're good. Keep
is that
going.
battery? It was when I was at my lowest. I was stripped down from everything. I was in $30,000 worth of debt. I lost everything. Lost my job. Well, I stopped doing the basketball thing. I just had a baby girl. She's 3 now. I was sleeping from hotel to hotel. Then from there, in my car. Then I lost my car, so I was homeless. Right. So that caused me to be like, all right, God, now what? Like you done took everything. Now what? Like you done took everything.
What you doing?
Yeah, now it's time for me to like really discover what he has in. So I use this phrase rediscover because I believe that we were created in the image of him, which means there's meaning and there's purpose, right? So most times people think that purpose is something that is extrinsic.
Yes.
So things that happen for you or the things that you have or the people that you know or the
Yeah.
things that you can accomplish. But in reality, it's the things that you have to become, right? So
Grow through.
you had to grow through, right? So I always anchor myself through the book of Job, which is long story short, Job had everything. God tested him to see how faithful he was. He lost everything, and then some. And then he had questions for God, and God had questions for him. And through those questions, God knew that he had the heart postured for what
To
he
be
wanted.
better.
Exactly, right?
To be more than what he originally thought himself.
Exactly. So he was able to bless him because he was able to receive those things, which means you had to be humble and you also had to come to a place of humility, which is losing everything to be able to receive and see the things that you're capable of, right? So through this process, I started Luminary Panel because that's where I was like,
I like to say the age because it takes
It helps.
journey.
Yeah, like
Okay, I got you.
everything we do is like a journey. So like everything we're documenting from the point of my series.
Okay.
So now it's like a documentation to show our entrepreneurs that everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
And people go through things in that journey so that we can paint that full picture so people can say it's not just success instantly.
Yes.
Social media got people all
I got a whole thing for that. Yeah.
all confused.
So I'll take you guys back. So 17 was when I started basketball. About 19 is when I started the clothing brand while doing basketball.
Yeah.
Stopped doing basketball around 22.
Okay.
Lost everything around 22 and a half.
Okay.
Okay, now 23 is when I started the Luminary Panel. This is like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or excuse me. When I was 24 is when I started the Luminary Panel. So this is 3 years ago.
Okay.
So the Luminary Panel came around because while I was doing basketball, I had this company similar to the podcast that I have now called All of Your Business. So what I wanted to do was go
give the opportunities to small businesses that don't have like the equity or the money to do like marketing, right? So I wanted to be there, show them what they did, and also have an interview and talk about all of their business, like why they did it, what was the whole purpose, right? So after a while, I did 2 episodes that didn't work out. I was like, all right, I don't have the time for it. I don't want to edit. I'm doing basketball still.
It's a lot.
It was a lot, but I loved it because I was able to connect with people on a different level. Fast forward, I had this idea to do the Luminary panel because of that idea I had for all of your business. But the Luminary panel is a little bit different because, as you guys know, a lot of business platforms, they talk about, oh, how much money did you have to make? Who was a person that you knew to do this, that, right?
Yep.
Which is so frivolous because at the end of the day, if you're someone looking up to that person, oh, if I didn't do this, then I'm a failure.
Yep.
Right? My angle was similar to y'all's about understanding the story, who you had to become to be the successful entrepreneur.
Person, absolutely.
Right? So through that, I started Zoom, but I'm always a big thinker, similar to you guys. Big thinker, I was like, I want a Netflix series.
Okay.
Okay. We talking big now.
Talking big, not
we talking big. He skipped all of it.
Yeah.
On the
Netflix without even having an episode, right? And now that was something that I always held on to because, for me, at least being the black sheep, I wanted to break generational curses through my family. I wanted to be the one, and I felt that I was the one to do so. So I couldn't think the same way that
everybody else. Yep.
Right? Because if I did, then I'd be stuck there.
Right.
I had to be big, even if I didn't get the Netflix or if I don't have it yet. But I'm thinking that I will have it at some point.
Well, God gave that vision for a reason.
That's it.
You're the first entrepreneur I heard said that.
Ever said that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Think big?
No, Netflix. Like that's like what? That's like
I haven't heard anybody aiming for Netflix.
Yeah, because I think it was one of the biggest platforms, similar to YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody has it. Why not? I haven't seen any like episodes or series that's similar to like business lifestyle.
And that's why we started, because it's like along our journey, it's like, where is the information? Where is the community? Where is the knowledge? Like, obviously, we have other podcasts, we have other like sources, books, all these things, classes, programs out there, but it's like, where are the people that's documented the real? That was what ours, like the real, like we want to see the nitty gritty, like what's happening, what did you go through to see the success? Because like I said, essentially social media has people thinking that you go live and you get rich tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, is that a real thing? And like we always like to say that we see people in their chapter 100 and we're in chapter 1. We're starting chapter 1, and it's like my chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 100 is totally different. Like, yeah, they're successful, but like, what did they actually go through to see that success? That's not documented.
Not at all. Because here's my theory around that. It's because people are afraid of being seen.
Yeah. I went through that this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
For me, I take my business personal. So whatever I need to do, I'm willing to do it. So when we start this podcast, right?
That's a lot.
Our goal is to be honest and real. In my personal life, I'm not vulnerable. I am like you. I'm the one who always there for everybody. I gotta keep my head up. I gotta do all the things.
Push through all the hard times.
So,
and be perfect, essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm so used to that. So but I was like, no, me and Tiera. And like when you got a podcast or you're a real friend, you can't help but to be honest.
Yeah.
So when I'm going
Let's start unfolding.
Yeah. So I got on the podcast, I did open up a little bit, and I noticed that people would see me in public and they'll say small things. It was like, oh, you guys are listening, you hear me. Or they're more open to talk to me about what they're going through because they may see a clip of what I said. So, and I was like, oh no, I look back on it because I'm not that wrong with friend. Like,
even with me, I'd be like, I'm so open with her, and it's like, okay, I'm still like waiting for you to like
give me a little
give me something.
Yeah. It takes a lot for me to let anybody in. I don't let nobody in. I protect my family, I protect me. But long story short, I've been open with Tiera, I've been open with our besties to a certain degree, and I'm happy about it. Like, and then now I can have like real like I was recently at homecoming with a group of women, and it was at a table, and obviously you're gonna talk about what you're going through. Yeah. And typically I think twice and don't share, and I just share it. And I didn't feel any way because this is my experience and I'm going through it. Yeah. So yeah.
The reason why I think
That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Is because certain things that you protect, and when you're ready to actually express those things, is because you've went through a process to heal from it. Yeah. Right? Because you don't talk about the things that you're not healed from, because now I'm opening that wound again. Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, not for me. I was still going through it, but I wanted to be honest because, like Tiara said, people talk about their story, but they don't give you all the backstory details.
Yeah. There's so much left out.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Because like for me, when I was going through my process of like losing everything, going homeless, I didn't like open up with it. I was like, I feel ashamed. Like, yeah, they're gonna judge me in a way.
This is my business. I'm putting my business on.
Exactly. But what tends to happen is, I say this in most of my speaking engagements, is that the reason why we build things, do things, start things, have an idea, is because we're healing, we're giving our younger selves the tools that we needed when we were younger, but now we're using it to give to other people. Mm-hmm. So now we're healing through that and also helping other people heal. Yeah. That's a part of your journey of discovering your purpose, right? So because of that, and because you went through that, I commend you, because most people won't speak about it until they're like fully healed, right? So I commend you for like, you're not thinking about now, you're thinking about long term. And you're also thinking about the people that you're going to impact that may need to hear their story so that they can find hope within themselves, so that they can take the next step forward, so that they can achieve what they believe they should deserve. Exactly. Right? So that's why I think you guys started this platform, because to your point, you guys had the experience and you wanted people to learn from this experience so that they won't have to go through it.
Because I felt the social media badly.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's the play. I'm gonna do it. And I realized it's missing pieces.
So many people are missing all of that. And we said the same thing. It's like, okay, I started this business, I did all the things. I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. Like, why? Because we don't see all the stuff that people go through, and that in reality, they don't tell you that you ain't gonna see, the benefit of a real business till like maybe year 3, 5.
Yeah.
Not 1, not 2, not even 3, really.
10.
5 to 10 years, there's a girl that I follow. I always bring her up. She has Glamaholic Lifestyle brand, and she celebrated year 15 this year. But reality, it was year 10 where she started to see like crazy growth, real money.
Yeah.
All before that, it was a struggle. She was getting odds and end jobs. She was doing things to try to get money to then pour back into her business, and that's what people don't see. But I will say that she documented the whole thing. That's why I think I'm obsessed with her brand, because she took us on that journey, and I always share that with her. Like, I want to take people on the journey, like the emotions that come out of seeing that. Her crying, her having a 1-bedroom with her 2 kids, her not having a car, and freaking taking a buggy and walking to the post office to deliver people orders. Like, what?
Yeah. And Tiera is a loyal customer.
Really?
I'm a loyal customer.
And Tiara she always say this: people don't buy from you; they buy from
your story.
That's why it's very important to tell your story.
Yeah, and it's like you said, we don't know who we're helping, but we know that we want to help people. So like, that's the whole purpose of us being vulnerable, putting our story out there and taking people along the journey. Like I said, it's messy. We ain't got sound one day. We missing clips. Like we went through it all, but it's like we want to show y'all that this entrepreneur thing is like an emotional roller coaster essentially. And if you're mentally prepared, that's why it was so nice to have Mo to talk about your emotional intelligence, because that's one thing that has to be intact, because that's what's going to determine whether you like just call it quits or keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's an analogy that my mentor and friend told me about. He's like, entrepreneurship is like you jumping off a cliff and you're building a airplane as you build it. And then when you get into the airplane, you figured it out. You see other people around you that needs to jump off. So your job is not to tell them to jump off. It's to encourage them to say, hey, I've done it before. Let me help you do it. And now I'm jumping out of the plane to help you build yours. Right. So that's what purpose is really. It's like we're here to discover what we're supposed to do to give other people the tools to be successful as well through their journey. Right. Our job is not to change them, not to give them that. I mean, we can give them advice, but we can't change them.
They'll do what they want to do.
They're gonna do what they want to do. So what I tell my clients, and even in speaking engagements, I say, I can't change anybody. You got to make it their idea if they truly want transformation. How do you do that? Through questions. Ask them their motives, their intentions.
The why.
Their why. Why do you think this is right for you?
Yeah.
What makes you feel that way? Who taught you that? Like those things, so that they can really dive deeper into like why they think it. Because again, similar to the Instagram rave, that people think that they want what that person wants because they see it, not because they want it.
Because they saw that that person was successful, and it's like, if they did it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But what makes you, the person that can do what that person did?
Yeah.
You know why that person did what they did. Like,
Yeah.
they don't ask those questions. So I love that you said that, because I'm always saying, but why? But
Yeah.
why?
Exactly.
Like, tell me why.
Yeah, and a lot of times I think what people don't understand when it comes to, it's okay to be like, I see that person, I'm inspired by that person.
Yeah.
But if your mindset is like, I want what they want because they have it, it's not the right thing.
Yep.
Because now, if you don't get it the way they got it, then you find yourself depressed.
And you're gonna
100%.
miss out, and it's a waste of time because you're not going to like it. When you talk about this, it made me think about you and your manufacturing, and you lost $2,500.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it because somebody else is doing it, as soon as you take that L, you're gonna stop.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'm taking L's and I'm keep going.
Yeah.
Like I sit on it, okay. Well, how can I do this differently?
Yeah.
So if you're comparing yourself to others, you're not going to stand the test of time.
Exactly. And something that I think our besties should grasp. I'm getting used to saying that. I might say that. So the things that our besties need to understand is that I said this in an Instagram post recently, saying that you're not burnt out, you just missed the run.
Oh,
I literally,
I was like,
I reposted it.
Tiera?
She sent it to me. She sent it to me. I reshared it. I posted it on our story, everything. Because I'm like, we talk about that all the time. Burnout is like one of the main topics that we keep revisiting.
Yeah.
Because it's like our favorite word is pivot. So it's like, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? How do I need to rework this or refigure out something because this ain't working?
Yeah.
And I'm feeling burnt out.
Yeah.
And like, we felt burnt out. It's so funny. We felt burnt out right before we had our podcast with Mom.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to be going on break the week after or something like that, for like a whole week. And like the momentum and the energy that we got from that, like we really worked our break. And we was like, we're supposed to be on break right now, but we're still going because it was like the conversation. And we always talk about energy being transferable. Like his energy was like through the roof. I knew it from the moment he walked through the door. And before she got there, me and him were talking. It was crazy. And then like we had Rachel after. The energy that was transferred from them just pushed us right through.
Good.
Right through our break.
Yeah. And when it comes down to alignment, which is a great point, I'm actually in the process of writing a book called The Proximity of Purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You are closer than you think. So to that example, the reason why,
What do you mean by that?
the proximity of purpose?
Yes.
So for her example, right, I'll make it make sense. from her example that you guys were burnt out before you got a chance to have a conversation with those two.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're burnt out because we're not in the right environment. We're not connected to the right people.
And I was getting so over the like not over the people, but like the conversations. It was just not. It wasn't doing it for me.
I mean, they were misaligned to the vision that you guys had, the
And
purpose that you guys have.
Yeah.
Right. So not being in the right environment, not connecting with the right people, not doing the right actions, is taking you closer and closer away from what you're supposed to do. So if your vision is to create a nationwide clothing brand, and you're doing things that has to do with shoes, it may fit, but it's not it.
Temporary.
It's temporary.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, but it's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? If you're doing the jewelry or the mom and me clothing, right? If you do things for dads, it may fit, but it's not the brand's vision.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're extremely clear on what you want to do, how you do it, when you're going to get there, it's easier for you to make decisions closer to doing that thing or being around the people closer to that thing, right? But if you're doing things that's even a smidget off, then you're still misaligned. That makes sense?
It's oh my god, when you just said that, like we looked at each other.
We're gonna always be a smidget misaligned. It's so much going on around us.
It is.
So how do you stay on? How?
I was gonna say I like when he said as far as like hitting the mark. It's like after we had those two conversations, and then now here we are with you. It's like all of these are even our last one. They're all aligned, and it just feels good. It feels right, and then I feel empowered to go on. But versus some of the other ones, I kept telling her like that one I didn't like. Something wasn't right. Yeah. I don't know if it was their energy or something like that. And then we had a conversation of what is our ideal interviewee.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Who do we want to talk to and have these conversations? Because those conversations are important conversations.
Yeah.
And if it's a conversation that you feel like I don't even want to listen to, well, why am I doing it?
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was like, I don't want to watch this video.
Yeah.
I told her, she's like, did you watch it? I'm like, no. That's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
That is so bad. She's like, why didn't you watch it? Because it was painful to watch. I don't feel anything. And the whole purpose of this is to evoke feelings and to share these emotions in this journey with people through meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
So the conversations to me were not meaningful. So I didn't feel anything versus just recently. It's like, I'm refueled. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
She's like, you ready for 6 episodes in one day? Yes.
Let's get it.
Because it's right.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel power. Like I don't feel tired right now at all.
Yeah.
Because it's good energy.
Because you're in alignment.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, because I had a feeling I was going to come and compliment what I'm going to say. So you asked me, how do I stay aligned, right? So the way I started to understand how to be more in alignment, well, first you have to be extremely clear on why you want what you want, because that's going to be the driver of what you do to get what you want, right? The second thing is you got to understand, why do you want certain people around you during this time in this journey of what you're trying to achieve? Because if you don't know that, there's going to be times where people are like, your vision, or I'll say it like this, your vision isn't understood by the people that's not supposed to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the people that understand without you even having to explain the details, like I'm sure before y'all even started this, like, yep, got it.
Yeah.
Because you guys are in alignment. You guys have synergy. You guys can be yourselves. Most importantly, you guys are authentic to who you guys are.
That.
Right? So if you have people that aren't authentic, then that misaligns you. Right? Second thing or third thing is being extremely humble to receive what you once did not want to receive. So for example, for you, you had a hard time understanding why you wanted or didn't want to be on the camera or do the interview because you thought people would think about you, right? But in reality, once you made the decision to say, forget it, I'll do it messy, what you guys are saying, is when you decided to say yes to yourself. When you say yes to yourself, you say no to something else. When you say no to something, you say yes to yourself, right? So you create boundaries. How do you stay aligned? You stay aligned by being true to those things that I just explained. If it does not seem like this mirrors what I want, then it's not for me. If this derails me from where I'm supposed to go, it's not for me. If this person is distracting me from this thing, then it's not for me. It's that simple.
No, it's not.
It's not that simple? All right, talk to me. Let's break it down.
It is. I get what you're saying, but when you put it to life, it's hard.
Tell me, explain. Give me this.
We talk
Give me a
about these
scenario.
boundaries all the time. That's why she looked at me,
I know.
because
I saw her eyes going.
we talk about boundaries all the time,
Yeah.
and we talk about having a strong mindset, because essentially what you're saying is a strong-willed person. A person know this is for me. This is what I'm trying to do. This is how I'm going to accomplish it, and these are the people
Yeah.
that I need to be around to accomplish all those things.
Yeah.
But in that, like she said, there's life and there's friends and there's all these relationships that you feel like mean something,
Yeah.
or that you are, I guess, valued to, that you have to be around. You got to show up for their birthdays. You got to do all these things in the midst of I'm battling how I'm going to be grounded in my business, in me, in my family, but there's all these blurred lines outside of it. That's why I feel like she's saying,
Basically.
Yeah. So there's boxes.
How do you do that? How do you navigate that, right? Letting, like, you have people in your life who you care about. They didn't do anything wrong, but your life don't go on. And
so hard.
with being a business owner, that take up a lot of time.
It does.
Then you have your personal life. And then you do want to be personally for me, I do want to show up for people, be a good friend, but I need to show up for myself.
Yeah.
And then I'm creating this new life, and
And those people don't
align. They do, but they don't. Does that make sense?
It does.
Because I'm not forcing anybody to get my vision. I want to be around people, like you said, who understand it, get my vision, who's on the same path as me.
Yeah.
And maybe you on a different path, but I want to root for you, but I don't have time to be around you.
That's okay. That's it.
But then that rubs people the wrong way.
Yes.
And that's okay too. And that I'm telling you.
You like that?
Yeah. So what? I'm gonna say it like this. I think this.
I think guys are different from women.
They are.
Nah.
Oh yes,
Oh,
they
you
are. Yes, no,
Okay.
y'all are good at that, because I go
Ridiculous.
home and I have this conversation with my husband. He's like, "You have friends for this and you have friends for that," and I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Like y'all compartmentalize things like that, and we don't do that. We blur the lines.
Yeah.
We have our friends, and then our work friends, and then our cousins, and we put them all together.
Why?
Because we think it's fun, or like more people the better, and
Yeah.
I don't know, we want to be there for everybody, and you might have so many things, and you're like,
So
well,
whose
you
fault-
just bring everybody together,
whose
and
fault
then
is
it'll be
that?
good.
Whose
Ours.
fault is that? It ain't their fault.
But it's so hard to self-reflect like that. Like, but we are. Because she said that, she told me that. She's like, you're going to bring all these people together, your cousins. You know, she's my work, friend, and then my business partner now. And it's like, but you're invited to everything.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. When you guys get all those people together, I'm sure it's fun, but is it a good time? Is the energy
And then sometimes the energy's off.
right? Because everybody's not meant to be in the same room.
And then you feel like you're bouncing around, like you're going to this corner because this person is
And then
like,
you gotta be a different person each time.
yeah.
Why? Because you're not being authentic to who you are. Right? This is how you do it.